Yay! Okay, I'm so glad we're here. I'm so glad to be here. Today is, here's what I'm going through. I've got some watercolors, I've got some sketchbook paper, and, I'm bringing in some words of wisdom that speak to me today. And this is why, my purpose today is to bring in some sunshine, to bring in some fun, to bring in some play. And we're going to do that through some words of wisdom and painting these words of wisdom. So I want to go ahead and open up with the words of wisdom that are inspiring me today. And those words of wisdom is, so I've got my collection, and the ones that were speaking to me today were by Anaïs Nin. And the day came when the risk to remain tight was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And I'm feeling called to share and create during this time, and to bring in some color, bring in some play. And but first, I just wanted to share with you, the process I do when I paint. And I've got some flowers we're going to be painting today. I've got my watercolors, and just share with you, the process that I use. The backpack. It's all about gathering those words of wisdom. Just like when we've got a backpack and we're going on a trip and we want to pack up our supplies, we are packing up our words of wisdom. We are gathering our words of wisdom, and we're packing them up. We're going to put them into our canvas just like we would with a backpack. We put our supplies in. We're going to put our words of wisdom into our painting, and then we're going to play and to paint and to layer on the love and follow those things that we love, just like we would follow the trail. And then we're going to celebrate what we've created. So that's kind of the process that I use when I go to create, and when I'm using words of wisdom to play with and to create onto the canvas. And so let's get to it. So I've got my words of wisdom and the words that I'm using today. And let me know. I can see some people popping in. That's awesome. Great to see you here today. Give me a hello. Love to hear from you when you're here, whether you're watching live or the replay. And and the day came when the risk to remain tight was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. So that's what we're working with today. And I think now's a good time. And these are the flowers. I'm going to set these aside over here that we'll be making from our painted play. These are some flowers that I've made before, and I just thought this would be a really fun project to do today. So I'm going to shift you around so you can see what I'm working on. So bear with me. Get you set up. Let's see my canvas. This out of the way. All right. So we're going to write the first step. I've got my quote for today. The first thing I'm going to do is write it onto my canvas. And put that there so you can see those. Grab my Sharpie. Okay, and oops. Yep. The day came when the risk to remain tight was more painful than the risk it took to blossom. And this is really speaking to me today because we're faced with so much conflict and challenge right now. And, no matter what that conflict or challenge is, we always have the choice to grow. We always have the choice to be the best versions of ourselves. And so that's what I want for today. And that's what I wish for everyone today. is to be the best version of themselves no matter what challenge they are facing. So I just want to check my comments here and pop in and say hello to folks. I see folks popping in. Awesome. And does anyone remember what I have said about mess, like being messy? So messy is about embracing the imperfections. So I'm just going to start doodling. Of course, this blossoms. I think of, flowers blossoming. So I'm going to doodle some flowers. So messy is, let me show you. Messy is really embracing the imperfection. It doesn't have to look perfect. Things can get messy and we can still find the beauty of it. So like this is one where there's a lot of mess going on. But let me here's another one where there's a lot of mess going on, a lot of drips and splatters and blobs. So mess, when we embrace the mess, we're going to find something. There's an opportunity to find the beautiful things in it. So I'm just going to keep making some marks and see where this takes me. So I just want to show you how to make this flower today and bring some sunshine. Different size flowers. Maybe some leaves. Along with those flowers. We'll get this flower, little leaf over here. Right, and we're creating for ourselves. This isn't artwork that we have to sell or to put up anywhere. This is a form of just self-expression because creativity can be so healing, the act of creating. We don't have to worry about getting it right. We don't have to worry about it looking perfect. Oh, this is so much fun. Drawing flowers is so much fun. Do you all love to doodle and draw flowers? Just makes me happy. Let's make a big puffy flower. Lots of petals. Really let that flower bloom. Like a zinnia or peony or rose. I'll do another one over here. Different flower. Just layer on those petals. I'm just going to keep doodling, following the play. These guys over here. Just filling this page up with flowers. Pretty soon it'll be spring and flowers will be blossoming. It is not spring like right now. We are actually getting snow outside with a smattering, a mix of rain. That is definitely going to be helping. It's going to help the flowers bust out and the trees bust out soon enough. I can't wait. Let's see, maybe another one up here. We'll squeeze another one in. Okay. I just want to take out my watercolors and add some color. Let me do a little, just to add more on this canvas. Like my little seeds, little flower seeds. Yay! Okay. Just using some simple watercolors. I do a lot with acrylics, but I wanted to make this easy for you. And watercolors are super easy just to jump in, make something beautiful. I'm actually going to wet my paper first because I really want... So with watercolors, you can do dry, go right onto the paper that's dry, and get one effect. And then with, you do what's called wet on wet, you get a whole another effect. And that's the effect that I want to go for today. Just want to let my colors lead onto one another. So I'm going to wet my paper first. And then I'm going to dip and get my watercolors a little wet here. I think I'll start with my orange. And let's just smush some paint around. Getting it a little wet to help mush it around some more. The more water I have in my watercolor, the lighter the color. Let's add some red. Do some yellow. How about some blue? Gorgeous blue. Oh, it's awesome. And let's just play around and see where some drips take us. We're just allowing for the mess to happen. And then we're going to see the beauty that comes from it. Do purple. Rainbow colors going on. Okay. Ooh, that's so cool. Right. And then I'm just going to take it and dry it just a little bit because our next step is we want to go ahead and cut out some flowers. Good to do. Sake of time, I'm just going to dry this a little bit. Okay. Now let's cut out our flowers. So let's do a few of this size circle and so I'm just using a tape. I don't know, yeah, tape for my tape dispenser for my circles. Let's just make a few of these. Let's grab maybe, this is too big. It's going to be a little too big. Let's see what else we got around. Might be a little bit bigger or smaller. Oh, this would be good. Oh, that's about the same size. A little bit at the bottom. I've got my bag here too. Oh, it's about the same size. That's funny. Got a lot of circles. About the same size. Let's go with this one. It's a bit smaller. Try for a few. Oh, let's take this off. Few circles of the same size. You have to do 3 or 4. Oh, my goodness. Sorry. Someone's trying to get a hold of me. Okay. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Let's just see how many we can get out of this. Because we want to make our blossom really blossom, right? Our flower really blossom. So let's just keep going. See how many we can get out of this page. And let's do here we go. That's what I was looking for. Sweet. Okay. Maybe one, yeah, a little bit smaller. These circles are a little messy. They're not perfect circles. That is okay. Right? Flowers are not perfect. And nature is not perfect. A flower doesn't wait to look perfect before it blooms, right? We don't have to wait either. Okay, so let's cut out our circles. This is so fun because you can make whole garden of flowers. Wouldn't that be amazing to fill up your kitchen or your home with flowers and it's not even spring yet? Flowers aren't blossoming outside yet, but they can sure be blossoming inside. Oh, look at that one, came out right. Right smack in the middle. Keep cutting out these circles, and these are all going to be, I'm going to stack these up for my flower blossom. Colorful. Quote is going to be in some of these petals. Flower blossoms are going to be, the doodles underneath are going to be in some of these flowers. Okay, and we're gonna let this big one, we gotta have this big one. Okay, that's gonna be our base petal. Let's see what we got here. So we want to put the smaller ones on top. Now we could do a flat flower like this, right? That would be beautiful. Flower blossom. We're going to play around with it a little bit. And what I want you to do is actually crinkle up your flower. This is how we're going to bring it to life. Okay. Crinkle that up. Crinkle it up. I'm going to build our flower. This one's actually bigger. Go. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. And then I'm going to take some Mod Podge. You've got Elmer's glue, whatever you got, as adhesive to glue these guys down. We're now going to assemble our flowers. A little dab of glue there. Here. Press it down in the center, firmly press it down, hold it down. And we'll have the next one on. A little glue in the center. Press. I'm just going to keep layering more glue. let them crinkle, show their form, press down. Crinkle. There we have our flower blossom. Play around with the petals. I might come back in and take a little bit of black to make my little stamens in the middle there. So let's do that. Looking for my small paintbrush just to give this flower a little center flower here. Doop, 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 doop. Little dots. There we go. Whoop, gotta press this down a little bit more with that glue stick. And then that's what your flower's gonna turn out. It could turn out like. So I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun making these blossoms with you, and it's so much fun to be here with you, and I'd love to see your flowers. If you want to post your flowers and or direct message me with your flowers, that would be awesome. I'd love to see them. So have a great day. I'll be back next week, and I want to tell you, we're going to be bringing in some stamps, some pattern with stamps. So for next week, if you want to join me and bring your watercolors, bring your some stamps and your sketch pad, we'll be bringing in some patterns. So hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time at the canvas. All right, bye for now.